Hey, welcome back to Star Technology, where in the last video, oh right, I moved it, we got started on MV technologies, and basically just did all of the starting stuff leading up to status quartz in an autoclave. So, pretty much the rest of MV is already unlocked at this point. There's a couple of things that are probably more useful, like the assembler. There's a lot of things locked behind that. And if I get the laser engraver and the cutter, I can get the energy hatch that I can then make some of the bigger multi-blocks with. The circuit assembler just makes things cheaper, and I think it might actually get me some slightly better circuits. But much like last time, I'm just working towards AE2, because this is just going to be the best thing in the entire mod pack. And I've been looking through some of that between videos, and while, yes, I do need the energy acceptor, and I can get that right now, Star Steel is not that hard, I'm also going to need to get myself a bunch of silicon. And for that, I need to get hot silicon, which is only doable in an MV electric blast furnace with Canthal coils. So that's going to be where most of the work goes for this video, all of the various infrastructure for silicon. Also, you might see that between videos, I've upgraded to having gold wires around, because I was barely not meeting the power requirements of the blast furnaces. Like, I was maybe like 100 EU short of running them all flawlessly. So I just needed to have a bit more power going through the wires, and while I was at it, I added 2 more coils, so I have a bit more power generation now too. Because if I'm going to be upgrading to MV, I'm going to be using a lot more power. And yeah, I built up these new platforms that I'm going to put the MV stuff on. I think that's everything I wanted to bring up, outside of just typical resource generation stuff. Right, so, what's the first thing that I want here? I need to get the upgraded blast furnaces, that's the end goal. So the energy hatches is going to require the advanced cutter and the laser engraver, and then the Canthal coil blocks need to be made in the advanced assembler. So, I need to do all of that as well. And just because hot silicon isn't terribly useful on its own, I need to cool it down, I'm going to need the chemical bath. And I think it has to be advanced. Yes, it needs to be MV. So I need to make all of this, and quite a lot of the energy hatches actually. But to get the energy hatches, I need the assembler, so this is probably the best thing to do first. And it's going to take a lot of stuff. So I should have enough spare copper cables. 6. So I'll make a bit more of them. Right, that'll just keep going in the background for a little while. I think the big thing here is I'm going to need a bunch more circuits. I just got rid of all of my copper wire. I'll make a bit more of that too. I'm not sure it's worth calculating how many circuits I need. I'll just make like 20 of them. I have 10 of the circuit boards. I could probably make another 15. Although something tells me 10's going to be enough. I think for my needs today, 10 circuits should be enough. I have enough diodes. I definitely have enough steel. Copper wires on the way. So I just need to make 30 basic electronic circuits. This is going to take a while. And it's not much better in the circuit assembler, so I'll just do it the normal way. How many resin printed circuit boards do I have? None. And I need 60. I need so much copper wire. I don't know if even 3 stacks of ingots is going to make enough wire. Maybe I should invest in an advanced wire mill so this gets done quicker. Well, I guess I'll do the circuit boards last. I can still make all the resin circuit boards. I might have enough for that. I don't quite have enough sticky resin, but that's not too hard to solve. I'm just gonna need to get a lot of wood planks. I already have 1, but I need 60. Well, that's enough that I can get all 60 of the resin circuit boards. Now I just need almost 8 stacks of copper wire. So I'll be waiting on that for a little while. Let's see, next I need 120 resistors. Even more copper wire! I can do it with fine copper wire though, and fine copper wire is marginally cheaper. I can get coal dust pretty easily, just macerate 60 coal. And then how much paper do I have? Not much. I've got plenty of sugarcane though. Is that going to be enough paper? Ah, barely not. Just need 1 sugarcane. There, that's enough paper. And with the coal dust, and a bit more sticky resin, I should be able to make... Oh right, I need the fine copper wire actually. Now, with the fine copper wire, I can make 2 stacks of resistors. Oh, wait, no. Nearly 2 stacks. But that's enough resistors. So, now I need the vacuum tubes. I'm gonna need another 120 of these. Please tell me I have the glass for this. Probably not. This is where you'd get something like a forming press to make it 1-to-1, or a fluid solidifier. I've got to do it 3 glass to 1, and I do not have 360 glass. How much oxygen do I need for glass? 20 millibuckets? It makes 2! So I'll just do 5 buckets worth? Okay, now I've got enough glass. But that's a lot of glass panes, so I can make a lot of glass tubes. Right, so now I need 240 steel bolts. I can do it on the cutter. 1 rod makes 4 bolts. Combined with the lathe, I can get more steel. So I only need 30 steel on the lathe and turn all of that into bolts. That's like 8 times efficiency? No, 4 times. But still. And that's all on the way. I'm gonna need a lot of copper wire. But the last thing that I need is the red alloy cables. I don't think I've got enough rubber for it. I'm gonna need 180 rubber. Wait a minute, I only need 30 of these circuits? So I only need 90 rubber. That's a bit more manageable. And then 90 wire. So then that's 45 ingots. Actually, how much? I already have 22 red alloy cables. So then I only need 68 cables. 68 more. So that's only 34 ingots? That's not so bad. Alright, so 34 red alloy ingots. I'll chuck them through the wire mill. And in the meantime, I'll make myself even more rubber. Right, well, I've still got 84 cables. That's enough for me to get 9 circuits. I think I can carry on then. So I'll make all the vacuum tubes that I can, which is enough. I think I got too many steel bolts. And then maybe I've got enough for the resin printed circuit boards. Not quite. I'll make another stack and maybe I can go from there. Let's see. Can I make 55? I don't have enough steel plates. That's an easy fix. Let's see. There. 28. That's all I can make with the wires. Actually, hang on a minute. I did do my maths wrong the whole time. I did it under the assumption that I needed 60 of these. I do not. So can I make 10? I can make 9. I think that's all I'm gonna need for a little while, so I can finally move on from the circuits. I just need 2 MV conveyor modules and 2 MV robot arms, and I can finally make the assembler. Start with the conveyor modules. Rubber sheets. I'll start with the robot arms then. Oh, each one takes a circuit. I might not have calculated correctly. Yeah, I need 11 circuits to make all of this. Well, I can still make the assembler, so I'm gonna need a bunch of MV electric motors. I'll do the usual trick and just make 16. So I need some copper nickel, I need some aluminium and steel rods. And I need to polarize the steel rods. And then the copper nickel needs to go through the wire mill. Right, and I've got half of that copper nickel, so I can make 8 of the motors and then come back for the rest. There we go. And then I just need an electric piston. 2 of them. 4 of them. That's not too hard. I'll need more aluminium rods, aluminium plates, and aluminium gears. I'll just make some of the gears now. And that should be enough for 4 pistons. Oh, and then I need more rods. 4 more rods will do it. And then 2 robot arms. Okay, now I just need the conveyor modules. And all I'm missing is the rubber sheets. I almost have a second bucket's worth in here. It still won't be enough though. Can I do anything with a rubber sapling? I don't know how to get it. I can get rubber logs from wood essence, but wood essence is a long way off. I think the best I'm going to be able to do right now is just make a bunch more arboreal extractors. I mean, they're not that hard. Alright, 6 more arboreal extractors. And then I hope I have enough fluid pipes for this. I think the answer is no. Fluid pipes aren't terribly expensive though. So now I should be generating latex much quicker. Well, I've got just enough rubber now that I can make the 2 MV conveyor modules and finally make the advanced assembler. That took 1 hour and 15 minutes, by the way. And at that time, I've forgotten what I needed this for. Ah, yeah, I needed it for the medium voltage coil. and I needed it for the Canthil coils. Okay, well I think I can make some of the other machines now. What do I need for the laser engraver? Oh, the only thing I'm missing is the MV emitter. I need 2 more circuits. 4 electrum and a flawless emerald. 2 electrum ingots. Gold and silver in the alloy smelter. Very easy. And then how do I get the flawless emerald? I can do it with the laser engraver. I think I need to use the sifter. Do we have any emerald ore left? Yes. Okay, I can do it with the basic sifter. I think I may as well. Although this is still a bit annoying. Right, that... please tell me I've got enough. Oh, I don't have the second circuit. I'm just missing red alloy cables. And I have a bit of residual rubber. Enough to get 1 more circuit. And enough for the sifter. Okay, so now... I can put the emeralds through the sifter. Oh, please. It's only LV? Purified. There we go. Purified. Now it works. It's gonna take a while though. Well, that'll slowly work away to get the MV emitter for me. So that I can get the laser engraver. God, this whole thing costs 5 circuits. I only have 5. I can make 1 more. But that's not enough to make any of the other machines. Right, I'm gonna need to get some more of the phenolic printed circuit boards then. So I'm gonna need some more hydrochloric acid. So I'll need some more oxygen. This whole process is quite tedious. Okay, there's some more iron 3 chloride. And there's some sodium persulfate. And that should make 5 more phenolic circuit boards. Or phenolic printed circuit boards, rather. And in the time it's taken me to do that, the sifter only went through, like, maybe 16 ore, and I've got 4 flawless emeralds. So I can make that MV emitter and the laser engraver. So how many of the circuit boards do I have? 6. And how much do I need? 4. I don't quite have enough diodes, but they're not that hard. I only need 4 more to make as many circuits as I need. And then to get the rest of the basic circuits, I think I just need more red alloy cables. Do I have enough latex? 6 buckets. That'll do something. Let's see, how many more circuits is that going to let me make? 8. Well, that's enough for 2 more good electronic circuits. So I can make 1 more machine. Let's see, what do I need for the cutter? I need some more rubber to get the MV conveyor module. And then a vanadium steel buzzsaw blade. How do I get vanadium steel? Ah, blast furnace, vanadium steel dust. Chromium, vanadium, and steel. I can get the steel dust. And then vanadium dust. There's vanadium magnetite? How do I get vanadium magnetite? Gravel and an iron mesh. I need an iron mesh then. Good thing I've got the assembler. I need a lot of wrought iron foil. And that's going to be quite a long time in the bender. Well, I can make some more flint mesh. Alright, this is going to take a while to go through as well. What was the last thing I needed? Chromium. How do I get chromium? Rubies? Yes. Ruby. That's also going to take a while to go through. So it was gravel and the iron mesh, right? Yes. Okay, and I got a bit of vanadium magnetite. I don't need too much. Ah, but it's MV in the ore processing plant. I think I'm going to have to macerate it then. Or actually, I could just hammer it, because I don't need the extra magnetite. I have tons of that. I just centrifuge it again. Oh, but it's an MV recipe. So I need an advanced mixer. This is just ballooning out of control. Okay, this doesn't seem too far out of reach at least. All I'm missing is a rotor. That's not so bad. And there, advanced mixer. And please tell me that's what I needed. Alright, program circuit. Every time, I always forget. Okay, that's 9 vanadium steel dust. I just need to put that through the blast furnaces. Oh, it takes a while in the blast furnace though. Okay, I only need 4 ingots. I'll leave the rest to just go on their own. I need to turn them all into plates. And then I can make the vanadium steel buzzsaw blade. And was that all I needed for the cutter? Oh, I need the circuits again. How many more circuits can I make? 3? Oh, I'm 1 cable short. I'm gonna need that 1 more cable. Okay, 1 more cable. 1 more circuit. 1 more MV circuit. And then with an MV conveyor module, I can make the advanced cutter. And there's 1 more machine to add over here. Okay, what else do I need then? I should have everything I need to get the energy hatch now. I need a ULPIC chip. So I need a ULPIC wafer. This is where the laser engraver comes in. I need presumably a silicon wafer and a blue lens. So I need the chemical bath and blue dye. Or a sapphire plate on the lathe. Oh no, that one's MV, so exquisite sapphire, if I want to do it with LV. I have the sifter. It's rare. I'm gonna have to sieve a bunch more sand, because I don't have any sapphire left. I turned it all into aluminium. Okay, 23 sapphire. That doesn't feel like it's gonna be enough. Statistically, it might be. It's a 5% chance. Right, I need to purify it first. We'll see. I'll come check on that later. There's other things I need for the energy hatch. Namely the silicon wafer. And this is made on the cutter. I have the MV cutter now. So I need a monocrystalline silicon boule. Small pile of gallium arsenide and 32 silicon dust in the blast furnace. I have a lot more silicon than I thought I did. I need it on 2. And that should make me one of the silicon boules. I already forgot the name of them. Oh god, how long does this take? 450 seconds! Yeah, that's gonna be, a long time. Good thing I only need one of them right now, because I get 16 silicon wafers at a time. And then each of them can make 6 of the ULPIC chips. Well, while I wait for that, I need medium voltage coils. I'm gonna need, well, at least 8 for now. So then 8 of these. Fine aluminium wire, pretty simple, and magnetic steel rods. So I'll just get that going. That should make 8 of them. And I'll need some more machine hulls too, because I've only got 1 left. And I don't have enough copper cables either. I've got enough residual latex to make 16 more wires. Oh, and I got an exquisite sapphire! There's only 2 more ore left, but I got 1! I'll put that through the lathe. Oh, that's also going to take a long time. Right, I got the monocrystalline silicon boule, so I stick that in the cutter, and I put the silicon wafers with the sapphire lens in the laser engraver. That's going to take a while to go through. Okay, after putting all of this through, I think... Can I? Oh, I need liquid polyethylene. I'll just do it the normal way. I can make 7 more machine hulls, and then... Oh, I need more copper cables for the 8 energy hatches. Ugh. But with a few more copper cables, I can make all 8 of the MV energy hatches. And then there was something else I was cooking up. I was cooking it up, but I forgot I need another machine hull and another circuit. Okay, with another MV machine hull and another MV circuit, I can make a 16 MV energy converter. So then instead of this system with... Actually, I can get a better look at the cables. Instead of all of this, I can do a much, much more efficient solution. Oh, I really hope I don't lose too much off the edge. Oh wait, the connectors don't break. But now, I can just do a very simple wire all the way across. I have exactly enough for this. Connect them all up. Oh, wait a minute, I almost made a massive mistake. These are still the LV energy hatches. Okay, now that the MV hatches are in, I can put this all back, connect up all of the wires, and please don't explode. It didn't explode. It just works. It is not getting nearly enough power in to run all of these. Yeah, I really need to upgrade my MV. But now, I can do HV recipes in here. And I think I was gonna upgrade to Canthal coils in this video, so that I could start making some silicon, but I was looking at it, and for 1 coil block, I need 16 Canthal wire, so that's 1 ingot per, 2 wires, so 8 Canthal ingots per Canthal coil block, and a Canthal ingot, well, it also needs a chemical bath, because you make it in the blast furnace, 1 at a time with Canthal dust, and Canthal dust takes iron, aluminium, and chromium. And after putting all of my ruby through the macerator, I've got 17 chromium. And my electrolyzer's not in the best state right now because it's kind of full. But if I did put it through the electrolyzer, it might get me another 40 chromium. I think if I really, really pushed it, I could upgrade one of these blast furnaces. But I do not have enough chromium to upgrade all of them to Canthal, and I'd probably want to upgrade all of them to Canthal, because I'm going to need a lot of silicon. But it seems I've got other problems to solve first, because I'm not supplying this with enough energy to be able to keep all of this running. So yeah, I'm going to need much more energy output. So I'm probably going to have to start looking at additional generators, because this is going to be very expensive to upgrade. I could get multiple, but it's starting to get a bit big. And that's not going to be a good solution going into HV either. So I might figure that out between videos, because it's more or less the same thought process as when I got this ready for the MV overclock. Oh wait, oh no, I can't declock it. Because if you take the overclock tier down, it consumes less energy, but it goes slower. I'll just fix it between videos. But I have thoroughly run out of time for this video. I feel like I bit off way more than I could chew. Just even getting the energy hatch. Something that I was considering doing last video on top of everything else. Oh, I missed a bit. I didn't quite get the quests. I can fix that. Give me the cutter, and I'm going to need another silicon wafer to trigger the rest of this. I'm probably going to make more of this between videos because I'm going to need a bunch more MV energy hatches, so it'll fix up the quests. I just didn't pick up the cutter before I started doing the recipes. But that is absolutely enough for this video. Next time we can deal with the Canthal coils, we can deal with silicon, maybe get onto AE2 stuff? I don't know. Because I'm slowly going through most of this tree just as necessary evils along the way. Like, I always knew AE2, I expected it to be HV, but I was pleasantly surprised that it was MV, and I'm fully expecting it to be the very, very last thing I do in MV. And if LV took me, what, 6 episodes to complete? Yeah, this is going to take a while. Even if I am rushing to AE2 as quick as I can, still going to take a long time. But we'll get there pretty soon, and I cannot wait for that, but it's going to be soon. Like, if I'm being optimistic, 2 episodes? Realistically, it might be 3 or 4, but I'm trying to get there as quick as I can. I know there's a bunch of other things that I should be doing, a bunch of things that'll make my life easier, but I just want auto-crafting now. Okay, well that's enough rambling. I can deal with my descent into madness in my own time. That is enough for this video. I am very, very happy with the progress, even if it wasn't exactly what I had planned from the beginning. I've got a lot to be getting on with in my own time, but I'm going to leave this here. Bye.